Take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. Evans, Harvey, who's been dynamite in the backcourt.
Great scorers, you know what that means? Lots of contributions.
And it comes off the high screen from Diop. Found a window to get it to him. Terrell knocks down the three ball, Minnesota.
It's been his game, and it's going to have to be. I love the shooting from deep, but he's got to use that big body.
Speaking of shooting from deep, Brandon Evans out top. Shot clock down to 7. Harvey from deep. Butter. He has been doing the three just underway here in the first quarter. Evans off the Clark screen. And there he is again.
Wow.
Tyler, you're alone. His family came to visit him once. His fiance came to visit him as Terrell knocks down another one, but he said it was time for introspection for him. And he got into a lot of meditation and learned how to stay present and be mindful. It's really helped his game. And there's a look at time win. Here he is again, Harvey working against Mitch Creek. Bruno Caboclo from deep. Butter. Bruno has
A lot of confidence.
Oh, Mitch Creek off the nice backdoor cut. And a great, good find by McLaughlin. Evans from three-point territory, man. Memphis.
Bruno with that length, athleticism.
Rusty Hannes to the bucket, got the layup to go off glass.
In the lead.
Yeah, there was some negotiation about that date as to whether to push it back or not, and a good bucket there.
They got to be your scout team quarterback. They got to play when necessary.
Lob and Rab making his Memphis dominating so far, up by 15 as Murphy counters with college. Was third team All Big Ten as a sophomore, second as a junior, first team as a senior. Harris Lee and one. Minnesota hasn't lost so far in the tournament. The only undefeated team here at Summer League. Martin with the mid-range magic. Rab working off the elbow. Cross court, Hannes with good motion. The floater hits nothing but bottom.
Jenkins, who will be the coach of the Grizzlies this year, coach at Summer League, he's having an out-of-body experience right now because they're playing that well.
Clark, the Summer League MVP, getting ready to check back into the ball game. Keep in mind that they have a championship game MVP award as well. And Paris
For the Austin G League team before taking over. Well-schooled.
from a good coaching tree, that's for sure, Fran.
It's key in this league. You have 82 games. You have to have short-term memory. You got to move on to the next game. You have to be willing to give up part of yourself that are completely inferior to you. Everybody is the best of the best. So you got to move the ball, trust your coach, trust the system you got, and just go out there and hoop. To get isolated every time was funny, too.
Wow.
You played with a great point guard last year, Jaron, and you're going to play with one, and he's on your left. What have you told John?
The stuff he's doing is crazy. He'll be fine.
Hey, Jaron, who was your vet last year?
Oh, I had a lot of bets, you know. My guy, CJ Miles.
Oh, CJ Miles. Okay, yeah. Hey, got to get those donuts and bring them to practice on time, right?
Hey, well, our team is sushi. It's sushi.
Part of the business, Jaron, of the NBA is business, and you played for Coach Bickerstaff last year. This year, Coach Taylor Jenkins.
It's just mostly being there for them, you know, in practice, because obviously they're going to go through their own journey. I don't really know. I don't know exactly what they're
Memphis Grizzlies, boy, Fran, these the type of guy you want to build your franchise around, not just as a player, but guy's got some personality too, a leader.
He does. That's been part of his DNA. 13 years in Europe, 4 in the NBA.
Nice floater in the lane that won 50-odd games several years ago. Last time they've made it to the playoffs. Whistle and one. Deep. Got peeled, and back come the Grizzlies. Hannes with the step-back three. Pure. Scored a couple of buckets on both occasions. Hannes got into the paint and blocked. McLaughlin packed that. And Diop on the move. Back the other way. Grayson Allen on the drive, and he took it strong that time. 4 points, 3 boards, and an assist for Grayson Allen. Nice cut by Martin. McLaughlin couldn't find him, and got hung. He was short by Diop. We've got an all-NBA officiating crew here for this Summer League Championship. Grayson Allen counted and won.
Change of pace right there.
Taught the rookie about moving without the ball, cutting, passing, timing. It really proved to be invaluable as
Diop over the last week. He's got to play harder. He's got to cut harder. And then, Mark, for him to be successful, he's got to be a more proficient outside shooter.
Third turnover only for Memphis. McLaughlin hit him with the crossover and a nice finish, so a good
week. He has some Fred VanVleet in him. You know, he's not a big guy. I like this. How about Bruno?
Because he's turned the corner. McLaughlin back out to Naz Reid. Reid a little show and go. Bruno.
Best rebounder by percentage in college basketball last year. Think about that.
Not great for a guy his size. A whistle. And
who many had pegged as a lottery pick even after his first year, and it didn't work out for him, and part of it was just the effort and attitude in the Twin Cities.
Yeah. Player at University of Minnesota.
Exactly, yep.
Mitch Creek from the corner.
Of the Grizzlies, USC grad, Duke Law School.
Terrell, nice dime inside to Reid.
Shrunk a little more. Don't forget they lose a great shooter and floor spacer in J.J. Redick off to the Pelicans. They get that move by Barry Brown, who's been impressive today. Barry Brown
can shoot it and will slowly begin to shoot it a lot more. So maybe that's the move this year. So speaking of Aussies,
critical for them. As good as the team looks on paper, if you were putting together a fantasy league team.
Right. Deep jumper, good. And here comes Creek back to Brown, taking out his do-it-yourself kit and got the layup with the left with the board. They can cut it to 4. They trailed by 17 points. Martin, butter! When you look at these max deals, NBA stands for never broke again. Hannes, corner pocket three. Third quarter. Memphis, for the largest part, has been able to hold off Minnesota. Martin still cooking. A couple of early three-pointers to set the tone. But it's been largely quiet ever since. Grayson Allen gets to the cup. Making the move from Little Lubbock, Texas, up to Minneapolis.
Buddy Holly's hometown.
Oh, Oh, bully Bruno banging it home.
He went up to the penthouse on that one.
Mark Jones alongside Fran Fraschilla. And George Sedano. Murphy missed it, got it back through contact, and he can. Harvey, the switch. Martin guarding him. Grab. Good post up by Clark. Barry made him change it, but he cleaned it in the restricted area. Martin back rimmed it. Another big time rebound by Murphy. Man, great determination. Murphy muscle inside. Get the rebound. 2-point lead for the Grizzlies. 6:10 to go. Dusty Hannes from deep. Man! Grizzlies able to hold off Minnesota. Barry inside. Out of bounds. Memphis ball back the other way.
That's a second Grizzlies ball.
Coming up next year during the regular season, coaches will be allowed a challenge. Grayson Allen to the bucket, and a strong
coaching experience in Summer League. He's done a great job of orchestrating this team.
Allen with a nice hesitation move and got to
isolate him, and he's doing his thing, giving him some confidence.
9-0 run by the Grizzlies. Finally ended midcourt line. Got to the bucket. Extra pass. Chop. Got it! And the lead is down to 1. They go to Mitch Creek. There's Martin weak side, and he couldn't make the catch. Got it off over Clark for the tie. Diop out of bounds.
Point line.
Diop couldn't get it, and that's going to do it. The Memphis Grizzlies go undefeated in Summer League play to win the championship. They batted away that final attempt by the Minnesota Timberwolves, who fought back.